All right, let's get into it. Tonight, we are sinking our teeth into one really, really bad night for a group of modern vampires. We're in the shadows of Portland, Oregon, where this coterie is trapped in a world of hunger, politics, and paranoia. And the biggest threats? Yeah, they're the ones you never see coming. The whole story kicks off with this line, and honestly, it's the entire conflict in a nutshell. For these characters, that darkness is the beast inside them, this bottomless pit of hunger. And the lightness? That's the tiny, fading whisper of their own humanity. So this isn't just about surviving the night, it's about surviving with your soul intact. So our story begins with a vampire they call the Undertaker. And for him, the night starts with this raw, agonizing hunger. Now, waking up hungry is normal for a vampire, but this is different. This is a venomous, coiling need in his gut that is just screaming to be fed. And this number says it all. Hunger level 4. In their world, that's the absolute edge of the cliff. He is one wrong move, one bad thought away from a complete frenzy, from losing himself entirely to the beast. He has to feed, like right now. So he goes out hunting for what he calls a deserving victim, a scumbag, but the hunger is just too much. His control snaps. It's not a clean feeding. It's what they call a messy critical. He just loses it. And when he comes back to himself, he's standing over a dead body. And this is a really key concept you have to understand. The stain. The murder isn't just a problem he has to clean up. It's a spiritual wound. By killing, he's violated one of his own rules, a piece of his leftover humanity. The act literally leaves a stain on his soul, pulling him one step closer to being the monster he's terrified of becoming. But the Undertaker's very personal screw-up is about to get completely overshadowed. As he's reeling from the kill, the rest of his crew is gathering in their mobile command center, which is a tricked-out Escalade, by the way, to deal with a crisis that could get all of them killed. This raw panic is coming from Zane, one of the more unpredictable members of the group. He's just been slammed with a psychic vision, some kind of monster attacking a public concert, mortals being slaughtered, and their biggest fear coming true. The masquerade broken, their whole hidden world exposed. He's not just worried, he is absolutely convinced they're all doomed. This vision sends them into a total tailspin. The ideas they start throwing around are just wild. Cyber attacks, bomb threats, pulling the fire alarm. Somebody even suggests releasing the animals from the zoo to cause a distraction. It's pure panic. They don't have any good options, just a whole list of terrible ones. Okay, so since all their own ideas are awful, they decide to turn to their only real lifeline in the city, the sheriff. He's the closest thing they have to a powerful ally in their secret society, and they're hoping he can give them some help, some resources, anything. But when they get to police headquarters, oh, it's bad. They're expecting to find their ally, the sheriff. The reality? A desk sergeant tells them he retired. Yesterday. Vanished. And then as they're processing that, the second punch lands. A text comes through, all of his deputies, his whole force, they've defected. And who did they defect to? The Anarch movement. This is the city's other faction, a group that completely rejects the old-school top-down power structure that our heroes belong to. So, in the space of a few hours, the coterie hasn't just lost their only powerful friend. That friend's entire force now works for the enemy. They are completely and utterly alone. Just as that awful reality is sinking in, another message comes through. But this one isn't more bad news. This is an opportunity, a dangerous, almost unthinkable opportunity, and it's sent directly to the Undertaker. The lead defector, the guy who just flipped the sheriff's deputies, reaches out to the Undertaker with this message. He sees a kindred spirit in him, someone who's tired of the old rules, and he offers him a spot with the Anarchs. It's a straight-up invitation to betray his friends. So with their backs against the wall, what do? They don't just say no. They come up with this crazy high-stakes plan. The Undertaker is going to accept the offer. He'll pretend to betray them, go undercover with the Anarchs, gain their trust, and feed intelligence back to the coterie from the inside. But this plan creates a huge, immediate problem. For this to work, the Undertaker has to look like a real traitor to the rest of the world. He has to act like one. So how can the rest of the group possibly trust him when he's playing that part? And how can he trust that they won't just decide he's too dangerous and cut him loose? Their solution to the outside threat just planted a bomb right in the middle of their own group. Now, while the Undertaker is getting ready to walk straight into the lion's den, two other members, Zane and Stefan, they're trying a different angle. They call up their handler, a mysterious woman named Raven, hoping maybe she can pull some strings and stop this concert from ever happening. And Raven, she actually delivers a solution, a new, safer venue for the concert. But of course, there's a price. The new place is closed for the winter, and to get it up and running overnight is going to cost a fortune for staff, security, all of it. And Raven makes it very clear who's paying. Stefan, the rich guy of the group. Stefan agrees, but he gives Zane, the one who had the vision in the first place, this smug little look that just screams, "You owe me." The deal is done, the concert is moved, the immediate crisis is averted. But in solving one problem, they've created a brand new one. Stefan now holds this massive financial debt over Zane's head, driving a new wedge right into their already fractured group. So the night ends not with a clean win, but with two incredibly desperate gambles. One of their own is about to become a traitor to save them all, and the others have dodged one disaster only to create a deep personal rift between them, which leaves you with one final question. Have they actually found a solution here, or did they just find a much faster path to their own destruction?